Oh, hello there. Didn't see you there. Well, good you're here. Because we need to talk. But first of all, roll the intro. What do you mean we can't afford an intro? Oh, fuck. My latest record, Sakura, is out now on all streaming platforms, available everywhere. So go ahead, buy it, stream it along, put it in your playlists, stream it up and down, all the time on Spotify, Amazon Music, iTunes. Share it with your friends, share it with the friends of your friends, share it with the ex-boyfriend of your girlfriend or the ex-girlfriend of your ex-boyfriend of your girlfriend, or whatever. Hand it around, talk about it. Will do good. Next to the release, we also have new merchandise. Yeah, so for the Sakura release, we did also some new merch. So I will leave a link in the description below so you can check out on the SicHat merch store the newest and coolest merchandise we did for the release. The artworks turned out really cool. We have so many different things. We have t-shirts, we have hoodies, we have zippers, we have crop tops. So just head over there, pick your style and go ahead. Yeah, it's really cool stuff, so you definitely should. The Sakura release wasn't planned just a few months ago. Not an accident, it's more a surprise. No, like, at least that's what my parents told me. Also, the cover itself was changed in the last second. Why I wanted to make this release possible is a few things happened a few weeks, months ago, and I decided I wanted to... It's like 2 or 3 years ago, yeah. I wrote a track that I'd consider calling electronic folk metal. It was more really like an accident. I was brainstorming some new stuff. I thought first I don't know so much about it, so I showed it to other people and we're like, hey, this is pretty cool, you should do an entire album from this. I was like, I don't know, but electronic folk metal sounds nice. We haven't heard from that before, so I thought maybe this could be a fun little experiment. So I thought, yeah, okay, we go full out, and I started writing the album, writing the tracks for the album, got a band together and wanted to do this all properly and correct. But very soon SicHat got more important to me, and so I left this project behind. Like a few months ago, I was like, hey, there are those tracks from the album that I originally wanted to release, and they were just rotting on my hard drive, and I was like, hey, yeah, why not? So I picked the coolest tracks. I reworked some of them pretty much, and a few of them I left really original. So those tracks are from another time, from another era of myself, actually, what I think is pretty cool. And that's why I wanted to put this album out. So the first track, or the first 2 tracks are Heron and Heron. Those 2 tracks I left pretty much the way they are. So I didn't change too much. I changed a few instrumental things, a few instruments here and there, and some lyrics, but nothing too heavy. So I see this track is for me like a love letter to another time of another composition time of mine, of another writing style. I kind of like it. I like this idea of having something on the album to begin with that is from another era of myself. Yeah, it's like a memory. Heron is a pretty mad lad, so yeah, he's pretty cool song. I do like it. The next track of the album is the title track Sakura, and the lyrics of Sakura mean a lot to me because it's about loneliness and feeling abandoned. This is something I feel like many people have to deal with in different ways, and it's hard to deal with it because you can't actually talk about it, because there's a reason people feel that way. It's like always this consistent thing in the back of your mind that you carry with you that can drain really a lot of energy out of your day, and you always feel a bit sluggish and stuff like that. And also you can really get angry about other people that have no influence in your situation for no reason, but this is just how some brain works, I guess. So those lyrics mean really a lot to me, so that's also why Tonio went ahead and made a fantastic lyric video for it. You can check it out on my YouTube channel. I will leave a link in the description, so you can check out the music video. It's really cool, and yeah, it's a lyric video, it's a change, something we haven't done yet, so I think it's pretty cool. The other thing about Sakura is the promise of Hiruko. So if you did listen to my first release named Hiruko, the title track from this release, there is a line where Hiruko promises the end of gods when Sakura falls. And I thought it would be pretty cool to make full circle, so I went ahead and put this promise into the record. So I wanted that Sakura is like the time when Hiruko fulfills his promise. Sakura is also about this line. So on the track, Hiruko returns and claims his throne. And I think it's a really neat idea to have like two records getting like hand in hand and like making a promise and fulfilling the promise in the other record. That's also why the album is called Sakura. It's because of this line. And so we have like one thing, one conclusion. Really neat idea. I'm glad we did it, and I think it turned out pretty cool. I really do like this track. I worked a lot on this track, and I reworked a lot of this track as well, but in the end it came out pretty cool. The next track is called Calamity, and Calamity is all about this idea that gods don't exist, but they are created by wishes and intentions of people. And this also can be taken to explain why like darker entities like the devil, Satan, or Hiruko himself, like hateful, really dark entities, kind of why they're here, like an explanation for that. Why things like this, why do they exist? I think it's proof to that the human mind is not all about the good stuff, but also about darker thoughts, darker ideas, and this is where those entities are born and where they drain their power from. You also can see the lyrics in another scale, or the scale is more like reduced to single persons. So a person can also just play like a role, like pretending always being nice, being happy, being kind, but inside there are maybe a few things that are nice, like darker wishes and ideas, and not dealing with this stuff or not working with this stuff can also lead to a wrong path. The human mind is not all about happiness. It takes both sides. The next track is King, and King is thick with 3 C's. Yeah, with 3 C's. King is a song that I originally made for a collaboration with another artist, but the collaboration never got together, sadly. And so I decided before I lay this song to rest, I made everything myself. What I really do like about King is this crossover of this hard metal aspects and also like electronic and synthwave style. So funnily I was experimenting with those, of course, like crossing synthwave and metal together, more of a progressive aspect, but still I think this song is a real banger. Maybe you call it like wave metal or something like this, I don't know. I actually don't care, but yeah, it's a crossover, synthwave and metal, like a more deeper crossover of electronic aspects, and I think it could also work greatly as a soundtrack for different things, because it has really some storytelling going on here. I guess it's one of the hardest tracks you get this year, so you really should go ahead and listen to it. So it's like really it's a nasty beast. King is nasty. So the final track is Umbra. Umbra is also from another era, from an era where I was working way more in this prog, synthwave metal style, and I just crossed paths with the song again after years. The song is so old, it's like the same age like Zelda Fragmentation. I just came around and was listening, was like, hey, cool, Why not giving some more punch, some more of what I am now, and then just putting it out there as well. I wanted to leave Umbra more instrumental because I think this song works perfectly as a movie or gaming soundtrack and stuff like that, and that was the original intention of the song as well. I think that makes Umbra a fantastic song for a outro, for a last final song of this album. What you also can hear on that song are haikus. So if you listen good enough, you can hear some of my favorite haikus. I put them in there, just saying. But I think this sums it up for me and the release Sakura. As I already mentioned before, the album is out on all streaming platforms. So go ahead, stream it up and down, day, night, put it in your playlist, stuff like that. I appreciate it. Just you can tell me what you think about the release as well. Buy some merch, and I will see you soon. Until then, stay sick.
You never had a feeling like everything seems wrong. You never had a feeling nobody's around you and you're so alone. You never ever could touch the feel of modern lives. Never had to feel like everything about you isn't worth having.